Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to round one with the Knowledge Pool Curse of Exhaustion combo here on the Bargain Basement Brewery. As you can see, I'm using the Magic Online beta, and let's see how the game goes. No, I would not like to play first. I think it's better to draw with this deck. So we got a Plains, a Terramorphic Expanse, Deprive, Delay, Deprive, Knowledge Pool, think twice. This I think is it's a hard decision. I don't have an island, and I need two for the two Deprives, but then again, I do have a Delay and a Think Twice to draw extra cards, and an Expanse to find one of the islands that I'm going to need, and I will need Plains eventually, so I think I'm going to keep this one. Alright, apologize to my opponent for taking so long. He starts with Evolving Wilds. Alright. Is he going to sacrifice it on his end step? No, he's not. Okay, let's see what I draw. Halimar Depths. Well, that makes things slightly better. So first thing I'm going to do is drop a Terramorphic Expanse. You want to do the Expanse before you do the Depths, because once you drop the Expanse, it does shuffle your library, which means you're going to lose whatever you put on top. Alright, go ahead and F6 throughout the end of my turn. And let's see, my opponent sacrifices his Evolving Wilds. And he's running blue as well. Seems to be running blue-black. Oh, okay, he's casting half of Breaking and Entering. He's milling me for 8. Alright, well, let's see what he puts in my graveyard. Let's see. Expanse, Think Twice, Depths, Knowledge Pool, the other Knowledge Pool, but I've got one in my hand. 2 Guildgates, a couple of counter spells. Not too bad. Alright, I've got another Expanse. I could drop the Halimar Depths, but I don't really need to. I want to keep up a counterspell for this turn. So I will drop the Plains, and I will pass turn. I'm keeping up the mana so I can counter using Delay, one of his spells, if he plays anything worth countering. If he doesn't, at the end of his turn, I can Think Twice. Thought Scour, huh? You know what? I can delay that. No, I'm not going to do that. Just let it go through. So what else put down there? Mana Leak and a Vivid Crag. Alright, Augur of Bolus. He can rearrange top 3 cards of his library and keep a sorcery, or an instant. Sexy. That actually is going to get delayed. Delay is going to counter it, put it in his exile zone with 3-time counters on it, so it suspends itself, and it'll come back in 3 turns, but in 3 turns it won't help him out as much. I'm going to go ahead and F6, since I'm tapped out with nothing else I can do. And there it is in the exile zone. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this again. Alright, let's see what he does. He should just end his turn. I think I'm going to drop the Halimar Depths this turn. No, I'll drop the Expanse first. Yeah, I'll drop the Expanse first. We'll grab. So I've got a second white mana, so I'm gonna need a Plains, and I will pass the turn. Keep up, Think Twice, make him think I have Mana Leak. Okay, I'm going to always yield to this, because it has Suspend now. So it'll be here in 2 turns. It's a 1-3. Hedron Crab. Okay, that's not going to be nice. It makes me wish I had a counterspell, but I'm going to let him play it, and hope he's got... another Augur Bolus. Okay, response, I'm going to Think Twice. Hindering Light. Fair enough, I can counter his mill spells with that. Since he's tapped out now, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Not doing anything at the end of his turn, so I'm going to go ahead and F6, save myself on the clock, because I'm not used to recording videos yet, so don't know how much of the clock I'm going to eat up doing it. Interesting that I'm running into a mill deck so early. I've got the Halimar Depths that I can drop. I won't be able to cast my Deprive, but I will be able to cast a Hindering Light. Let's see. He keeps a Mind Funeral. Those are nice. Reveals cards in 4 lands. Reveals their graveyard. Nice. That will be getting Hindering Lighted. Alright, I drew the Curse, so I am 3 mana away from the combo. Alright, so I'm going to drop the Halimar Depths. When it comes into play, I rearrange the top 3 cards of my library. What is he going to counter it? Let's see, a Syncopate, a Vivid Meadow, and an Azorius Guildgate. Let's see, the first card click with the last card drawn. Well, they both come into play tapped. I'm not going to need the Vivid Meadow anytime soon, so we'll do that, and draw Syncopate next turn. Let's see, what else can I do? I can hold up mana for Hindering Light on that Mind Funeral he just pulled out. Go ahead and end my turn. Shift the turn. I did have a thought as I was moving between videos that I might need some creature defense, because he's going to be able to pound me for 1 here, at the very least. So to that end, I bought 4 Wall of Omens and 4 Fog Banks, bringing the grand total of this deck up to about 8 tickets, which is still comfortably within the 10-ticket maximum. Alright, let's see what he does. If he doesn't play a spell, or if he plays a creature, I can always flashback to Think Twice at the end of my turn with the 3 mana and draw the extra card. And next turn I'll have up my Deprives, and I can bounce a Plains, or bounce a Halimar Depths if I don't like what I'm drawing. Okay. It comes into play next turn. The Augur of Bolas does. Let's see what he does. Okay, there's a land. Yes, I'm going to mill 3 cards. I'll always yield to that. Alright, Syncopate, Guildgate, and Vivid Meadow. Nice. That is the 3 cards that I put on top, isn't it? Didn't see that coming. That's okay. I'm definitely going to Hindering Light that to draw a card. Drew my 4th Deprive. Fair enough. Alright, he's going to hit me for 1 with the Augur here, because it's free. Or not. Okay. Alrighty, I drew a mana leak. So I could curse him here, which would shut down his entire turn, as he's going to get an Augur during his upkeep. If I do that, I will not have any mana up to mana leak or deprive something. But with the curse out, my counter spells get a lot better, because I can counter his 1 spell per turn. So we'll see what happens. Target him. Blue, blue, white, white. Curse of Exhaustion. Alright, yeah, this is coming out next turn, right? Yeah, 1 counter. Beautiful. So he's going to get an Augur of Bolas and pull a spell that he won't be able to do anything with. He will be able to still drop a land and have the Hedron Crab hit me, so I'm going to need to hit one of my bounce spells or a Wrath of God quicker rather than later here. Okay, while this is suspended, I'm going to have to pause it for a second. Alright, sorry about that, I had a phone call. He's going to cast the spell from his hand. I'm going to go ahead and F6 through his turn, since I can't do anything and he really can't do anything. We'll see what happens. And starting next turn, he should be pretty well locked out. Ooh, Glimpse the Unthinkable. That's nice. 2 mana, 10 cards. Too bad he can't cast it this round. Yep, okay, he is going to start smacking me with the Augurs because he knows I can pretty much lock him out of spells. I just need to draw him one of my Wrath effects and I'll be good to go. Alright. Cyclonic Rift. It's not a Wrath effect, but it's pretty nice. Alright, I do need to keep up Mana Leak, so that's an island and a plains. If he pays more than 1 mana for a... No, he can drop a land. I'm gonna need to... Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to I think the best play here is to Cyclonic Rift the Hedron Crab, so that when he drops a land, he won't mill me for 3. And then he has a choice of either playing the crab again, which I can then make him spend all of his mana for. I wish I had one more blue. All right, he can play the crab again, which I won't do. And if he plays anything that costs more, I can mana leak it and stop him from having a turn. So should I Cyclonic Rift on my main phase? Yeah, might as well. Won't do any difference. He could counter this here. Oh, nope. Okay, he apparently didn't have a counterspell or didn't think it was going to do any good. 2 mana away. Once I drop the Knowledge Pool, I will have won the game. Alright, Glimpse the Unthinkable. So I'm going to go ahead and mana leak that, because I don't want him milling me for a butt-ton. That's his 1 for the turn. He's going to poke me for 2. Alright, 1-time Wrath of God. Nope, another Cyclonic Rift. Fair enough. This time I'm going to keep up the 2 islands because the Hedron Crab is not on the board to threaten me. And I'm just going to shit the turn. Alright, let's see what he does. This way I can Deprive, bring back a Plains, keep up Deprive for the next turn. Yeah, okay, that's getting... Glimpse is getting deprived. Bounce Plains. Got a handful of counterspells, buddy. Just wait till I draw some lands. Ooh, the Deprives aren't going to slow me down from getting my combo off. That's okay. I'm under a little bit of pressure, but not a whole lot right now. Alright, I drew my Sands. I'm going to drop a Plains, and I'm going to... He's got 4 cards in hand. He probably has another mill spell. So if I drop the Sands now, I won't be able to counter, but if I wait a turn, I should be able to play a land and do it. If he plays a spell I don't care about, I don't have to Deprive it. I'm just going to ship the turn. Hopefully I'll draw a land next turn, and I'll be able to drop the Sands. Alright. Thought Scour. No, that's fine. That means he can't play any other spells. Oh, my other Sands, my Day of Judgment. Really could have used that Day of Judgment. One more non-budget option I could put in this deck would be Snapcaster Mages. They clog up the ground a little bit, and... Oh, he Thought Scour at the end of my turn. Okay. They clog up the ground a little bit, and they would allow me to get back my Day of Judgments and other spells. Let's see. Yes, I will auto-yield to that. I could have countered the Hedron Crab, but I don't really care. Alright. I think at the end of this turn I'm going to flashback. Yeah, I'll take the 2. I'm going to flashback my draw spell, and next, hopefully get a land. Next turn I can drop a Sands of Delirium, keeping up Deprive. Azorius Guildgate. I forgot to do my draw spell. I'm dumb. Alright, I will drop the Guildgate and go ahead and best. He's got a Ghost Quarter, so he can blow up one of my lands. Destroy target land, search basic land, put it in the battlefield. Oh, that's fine. Okay, he can blow up my Halimar Depths or my Guildgate. It's not going to hurt me at all. In fact, it'll actually untap. Yeah, nice. I could start bouncing the Depths, but I'm not that worried about it. If I draw... As it stands right now, I'm just going to do what I should have done last turn. Hold on to the Cyclonic Rift in case I need to bounce something. As it stands, he's using unhinged lands, which are nice. Okay, this is during his main phase. It's a Glimpse the Unthinkable. I don't want to mill 10, so I will Deprive that. Bouncing one of my planes. And he's done. He can poke me for 2. Okay, these Augurs of Bolus are becoming a not insignificant amount of pressure. They've got me on a 5-turn clock if I'm not careful. Alright. I countered a spell. Ooh! Day of Judgment. Sexy, sexy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop that now. If it gets countered, it gets countered. But I don't think he's running a lot of counter spells. My opponent seems to be in the tank here, so he's obviously got something. He's thinking maybe he should cast a Glimpse while I'm tapped out? Maybe? Not sure. He's blown up my Guildgate. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and float a mana. What am I going to float? White mana. Make him think I have path. Yes, I wish to use the ability. And I will grab my other island. And I could Cyclonic Rift something, but there's no need to. So, wish I had one more mana. Yes, I know I'm losing my mana. And I'm talking too fast, aren't I? Alright. I've got 1 mana up and nothing in my hand. Okay, if an opponent searches her library this turn... Top 30... Jesus! Okay, that brings me down to 3 cards. Well, dude's down to 7 cards. It looks like I'm not winning this game anytime soon. He is going to play a Glimpse, which puts me to 0, which means he wins the game. Good game. Alright. Go ahead and concede. Alright, and then let's see what I can do in the sideboard. Alright, for the sideboard here, he's milling me out, which means he's probably not going to be hurting me too much. Not going to need the Batwing Brumes. Let's see, Bant Charms. What do those do? Artifact, creature on the bottom of his library, or counter target instant spell. This probably won't be doing very good. Could always use another Day of Judgment. And another Curse of Exhaustion. Not going to need the Aetherizes so much. Bringing the other Sands to get my mill in line. I want to drop for it though. I could drop a Delay. Yeah, it's probably the play. Although, you know, feel free to tell me in the comments if I'm being completely stupid. Let's move on to game 2. I lost, so I get to choose if I want to go first or not. I normally don't think I want to, but he is milling, so I'm going to go ahead and say yes. Alright, that's a pretty decent opening hand. I can Hindering Light on turn 2. I can Cyclonic Rift or Mana Leak. I've got a Day of Judgment for later. I'm keeping that. Alright, main phase, drop the Guildgate, ship the turn. I'm going to guess Island Tome Scour. Hedron Crab, fair enough. Halimar Depths. That's nice, but I want to keep up Hindering Light for when he tries to glimpse me. Alrighty, so ship the turn. Oh, good, he's milling me for 6. I'm just going to always yield to that. I could have Cyclonic Rifted the crab to time walk him for a turn, but really I don't want to. Besides, he did not put anything in my graveyard that I could flash back. He did, however, hit one of my islands. That's not too bad. I've got plenty of counter spells. All 3 of my Syncopates. Really? Really? Alright, now I'm going to drop the Terramorphic Expanse. Grab one of my islands. And keep up Hindering Light. Or think twice if he doesn't play anything. Or Mana Leak if he plays something awful. Yep. Mill 3. Sands, a Delay, and a Vivid Meadow. Yeah. Totally getting Hindering Lighted. I'll draw a card instead. Thanks. Do another Day of Judgment, so I can kill that Hedron crab next turn. Well, turn after next, unless I draw a land. Once again, bad mana bases. Oh, not bad. I mean, they're serviceable, but they're slow. Everything I play almost comes into play tapped. His don't. Darkslick Shores comes into play untapped unless he controls 3 or more lands. Basic lands are fine. He's probably got shock lands in there and fetches. I bet his mana base cost him $60, which is 6 times. Oh no, I'm sorry, 8 times what my entire deck cost. I did not draw a land. I can go ahead and Halimar Depths. Let's see, the first card click will be the last card drawn. Am I going to need 5 mana next turn? No. That would be nice. I am going to need a curse, though. So I'm going to go Plains, AEtherize, Terramorphic. That way, I can draw the Terramorphic, and if he puts more pressure on me, I can draw the AEtherize. If he doesn't, I can pop the Terramorphic and I'm sorry, send that for a second. I can pop the Terramorphic and shuffle that crap away. In my turn, all my stuff is instants. I'm either going to bounce this thing, counter something, or okay, he's in the tank. Not going to miss a land drop. So what did he get this time? Oh, the 3 I just put there. Fair enough. I didn't want him anyway. Mind Funeral. No, I am not doing that. So, I'll Mana Leak that. Probably should have kept up in the blue, but whatever. My 3rd Day of Judgment. Fair enough. I have no problems here. Just throwing away his Hedron crab. And then chipping the turn. Leaves me open to a Glimpse the Unthinkable or something, or 2, which would probably finish me off. Whatever. Looks like a Mind Funeral. Yep. Come on, no Amy's, no Amy's, no Amy's. Stop. Ooh, 11 cards. What did he get? He got a Day of Judgment, Guildgate, 2 Think Twices, that's nice. Counter spells, lands, and my 2nd Sands. Ooh, so does he have all 3 of my Sands now? He does not, so I still have a win condition. Yay! Oh, he is gone for a second, so I'm going to pause the game. Pause the recording. I'll be right. Okay, he's back, and he's playing a Visions of Beyond. Does my graveyard? Yes. Oh, good. He gets to draw 3 cards. That's actually a pretty good spell. Alright, so his hand is full. Watery Grave. Untapped. Watery Grave is a shock land. Comes into play and deals 2 damage to you if it's untapped, or you can play it tapped for free. He has no combat. I have no mana untapped, but I can flash back those Think Twices. Next turn. I don't know what he's tanking for. There it is. Alright, Halimar Depths. Probably won't do me much good because he's going to mill off what I do, but it won't hurt. And if I get something really nice, I can just think twice for it and keep up a Cyclonic Rift. No, that's okay. Fair enough. Okay. In that case, I'm going to F6. And really wish I could shuffle my library. Mill me for 3, please. I don't want any of those. Ugh, 10, huh? 3, 4, 5. Actually, the flashback Think Twice in my graveyard. It's going to put a land in my hand and make him basically nilly for 1 more, but I can Halimar Depths after he does this. Nope, there's my 3rd Sands. Okay. Maybe I can get the combo off, maybe I can't. Oh, another Glimpse. Well, this one has to go through. Down to 2. Thought Scour? Visions of Beyond. Fair enough. Well, it looks like I'm not casting a Think Twice anymore, and I'm pretty just dead here. Well, there's the knowledge pool. Too little, too late. So I die in 2 turns, or 1 if he does something. So I'm going to do what my friends over at Loading Ready Run like to do, and tap tap, concede. Well, that was disappointing first round, but there are some changes I could probably make to the deck, and I will see you at the beginning of round 2.